Good morning, Year 8. We now have a good idea what our final design of our metal figure is going to be, but we might still want to make some small adjustments. Instead of having to draw out our entire metal figure again, what we're going to do instead is model. Now, to model it is very simple, very straightforward. We are going to use strips of card which we will cut to length to represent each piece of the metal figure, and then we can move them around, adjustment, until we're happy with our final design. We're going to use three colours, which I'll explain as we go along. Now, the first one, we're going to use a card disc of 2.5 centimetres, 25 millimetres, and we're going to use a single strip of orange card to represent the body of our metal figure. So we need to use a ruler because we need to measure accurately to make sure that we maintain proportion of our metal figure. So our body is 5 centimetres plus 1 centimetre, 6 centimetres. So we're going to accurately measure 6 centimetres, but I want to glue it to the head, so I'm going to leave a little bit extra. So I'm going to go 6 centimetres. It's my mark, but I'm going to give an extra half a centimetre, 5 millimetres to glue it together. And that's what I'm going to do first. I'll use my scissors, and I'm going to cut it off at my mark, and I'm going to use glue stick. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the end so I can attach the head. Now that's ready. Whilst that's drying, we can do the rest. Okay, put that to one side. The shorter piece, two pieces are different length, if you note. The shorter piece we are going to make our arms and our shoulders from. So our arms are 3 centimetres, 3 centimetres, 5 centimetres, 3 centimetres, 3. So we're going to measure accurately, and we're going to go across our cardboard strip, and we're going to make those pieces. So first piece, 3 centimetres, then another 3 for our second arm, 6 centimetres, then we go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 11, 3, 1, 2, 3 centimetres, and then 1, 2, 3 centimetres, and then the last little bit will be a piece of waste. And before you cut them, I recommend you write on them their dimension so that they are easily identified. So 3 centimetres, 3 centimetres, 5 centimetres. Okay, and then we can cut those to their length, getting our little pieces in the bin, and then we'll just keep them to one side. So nice accurate cuts on your marking. And we have our pieces for our arms and our shoulders. Put those to one side. Now we're going to do exactly the same again, this time with the longer piece, and this is going to be for our feet and our legs. So the same process, 1.5 centimetres for a foot. Okay, and then 5 centimetres from there, and 5 centimetres is 10 centimetres, then 15 centimetres, and then 20 centimetres, and there should be just enough left for our last foot. Same again, you can easily recognise the feet, so I wouldn't bother writing 1.5, and although they're all the same, still write on them so that they're already dimensioned. Okay. And exactly the same again. We're going to cut our feet. We're going to cut our legs. Okay. There we go. Now, just to prove that they're the same, that we've drawn our initial drawing to scale, I'm going to quickly put them on. 5 centimetres, ankle to knee, knee to body, second leg, body, foot. Bring our arms and our shoulders over, Okay. Leg, and the two stuck together. Turn it over so the sign is showing. 3 centimetres, 3 centimetres. Shoulders. Okay. And then our head, which should have dried now, and our body can go in together. So that was our initial thoughts. Now we can move this about. We can, in my observations, in my bad points, which I annotated onto the drawing, I said that perhaps this front knee is too bent, that it should be a little bit straighter so that the runner looks like he's going faster. And I also said that the foot on the floor should be more on its toes to make it look more like a sprinter. Any changes can be made right now. We can move our arms, our shoulders, and we can play around until we're happier. Okay, this is called development, and we'll create our final design. Once you're happy with your design, what we can do then is we can go on to our next page of our book, and we can glue them into position exactly where you want them. Okay, and keep developing it until you're happy with it. Drop one on the floor. Okay, same with the legs. Foot there. Okay, so keep adjusting it until it's absolutely perfect to what you want, and then once you're happy, you just need a tiny dab of glue to glue it into position. So let's start with the body, just enough to hold him down. Okay, and then put our shoulders on. A bit more glue. And so on and so on until you are happy. So remember, the straighter leg. Now, this is your final design. We have a design we're happy with, but not only is it a design, it will now act as a template for your making. When you come to bend the steel, you'll be able to use this as a template to make sure that you've bent it to the right angle. Let's put a bit of glue on the tape. There we go. And one more arm I've dropped on the floor. Okay, finished.